Good morning. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hold up, y'all. Let me make sure that my sound is on point. Speakers are being tested. Welcome. Good morning. Get up. Let's go right now. Let's go. It is morning in my side, still morning on my neck of the woods. And my goodness, the sun is really hitting my eye. Well, we're going to have to deal. Welcome, everybody. Rebecca Conrad, welcome. And on Snark, welcome, love. Shout out to you. Cheeks in the house. The Spicy Peach Travel, welcome. Shout out to you, love. Hope you're doing well. The Neuro Spicy Peach Travels. Becca, how are you? Shout out to you. Susie Q's in the house. We'll be listening from the road. Okay, drive safe, love. Okay, be careful. Don't run any stop signs. Don't go road rage. Shout out to you, Susie Q. Alicia's in the house. Micah Ferry, how are you, love? How are you, Tanya? I hope you're doing well. Excuse me, let me clear my throat. Hi, Aaron. Hey, Adas, how are you guys? Pinche Becky's in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Susie Q, Gaslit, Dina, James, how are you guys? Alicia, Elena, Sandra, how are you? I think I've said hello to everybody. Hey, Eat More Pizza, welcome. Coffee and Crime, Gigi, Jesus, welcome. Miss Janie, how are you? Y'all are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Leah, thank you for being here. Adas, welcome. Is it Archie's mom? Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. I'm getting to the comments. Yeah, you made it. Just do it, please. Welcome, everybody. Can y'all do me a favor and hit that like button? We have so much to review and talk about. So much to review and talk about. Rena from, is it by Scotland? Welcome, welcome. Little Pinto's in the house. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Mm-mm-mm. Tanya, good morning. Wendy Ramirez, good morning. How are you, love? Shout out to you. Coffee and Crime is in the house. What else? I'm letting those notifications go out and let the room fill up. Welcome. Thank you, thank you. You got cheese mint for me? Oh, all right. Do tell, do tell. By the way, I got your picture. Yeah, the weather over there looks so weird in LA. Thank you for sending it. Thank you, thank you. You said it's a warm Saturday just in PJs. What a way to spend it. I know I like warm Saturdays. Then it becomes like hot ass Sundays or Saturdays. It's different. It's a different thing, you know? Lovey Cats, how are you? Shout out to you. I gotta get my headphones, y'all. My AirPods are in here because this one's bothering me. Hopefully you guys okay. While we check for this connection, how is everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and get the weekend started right. Hey, Julia, how are you, love? Roxy, thank you. Shout out to you. I am 4021. Remember, I'm 4021. It's a pissing down evening in the UK. Did you? Speaking of the UK, did you guys wake up, Wim, yet? Wim, wake up. Where are you, Wim? Because I don't want to hear that nobody woke Wim up. Is it stormy in the UK? It's nice over here in the United States, you know. TJ, how are you? Oh my god. Welcome. It's a cold, wet Saturday here. I know somebody wake up, Wim. Wake up, Wim. I know. I mean, I see my mod here, Cheeks. I don't. Everybody's. It's a busy Saturday, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Belen, how are you, love? Shout out to Belen. Hope you're doing well. How is everybody doing? Just graduated from flight attendant training, getting ready for the oh my god, jet set life. You know what? I always said that if I retire, I wanted to be a flight attendant. Is that bad? Because I think that that would be like an amazing job to be a flight attendant. It's on my bucket list. It really is. I want to be a flight attendant at some point. I've done a lot of other careers, but I'm like, I've always wanted to be a flight attendant. I don't know. Seems like a really cool job to have. Um, you said, oh, okay. Well, shout out to your husband. It's just me. I want to be a flight attendant. Oh my god. It's freezing in Maine. Oh, stay warm. really stormy in Ireland. I see. Okay. Well, y'all stay warm, stay warm. Okay, we have so much to get into, y'all. No worries, Cheek. Shout out to you. We have so much to get into as far as different topics and whatnot. So we gotta really definitely get right to it. Archie's mom has been a member for 7 months. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love your channel. Thanks for your hard work. Thank you, Archie's mom. Thank you. Shout out to you. Good morning, Rita. Everybody come through. Okay, I'm assuming everybody you guys again for supporting my channel. So let's get right to it because we got some articles. Now, where are my articles at? You guys know that one judge in Kansas, right? That was like shot down. And basically left for dead. Judge Kevin Mullins. So there's been some information coming about that specific judge, and it was a sheriff that shot at him. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. Immediately when I heard the story, my mind went to like something don't sound right. You know what I mean? Like something's up. Clearly, you have a whole sheriff that's like shooting judges. What is that all about? What happened with the sheriff and this officer? So the judge gunned down by a sheriff ran a courthouse like a brothel in sextortion scheme. This is what a witness said. So a rural Kentucky judge gunned down by a sheriff in his own chambers. Y'all remember this? It's been said it was in Kentucky. What do y'all think about that? The situation smells like corruption. So there's a group of people that are like in support of the sheriff for doing what he did. So apparently this judge, according to what witnesses have said, that he ran his courtroom like a brothel. A rural Kentucky judge gunned down by a sheriff in his own chambers allegedly ran the courthouse like a brothel and brought women to his office in an ongoing sex for favors scheme, a witness told cops. The police audio recording obtained by News Nation revealed the latest sordid twists in the trial of the ex-sheriff Sean Steins, 43, who admitted to pumping several rounds into the district judge Kevin Mullins in the county courthouse in September. The claim was made by Sabrina Atkins, a woman who in 2022 had been coerced into sexual favors by one of Stein's deputies, Ben Fields, in exchange for staying under house arrest. What do y'all think? You said that's what people were saying, right? I remember this. The people were talking about there was a personal thing that he was involving with the sheriff's daughter. I don't know if there's any validity to that. You think his claims have been denied? You said it looks like his claims have been denied. Ben Fields took a deal. Someone has already pled guilty, say J Beans. Shout out to you, love. Hey, Betty, how are you? And Seidel, welcome, welcome. People were talking about it. A couple of judges died. A few more got arrested or in trouble after being investigated. You said also a bail bondsman that was running a sex operation to get out in Florida. What in the hell is going on? This is okay. All right. So speaking to police about the assault, she suggested that the sextortion wasn't a one-off incident and Fields wasn't the only one involved. Okay, so there's the sheriff and there's the judge, okay? She says she saw multiple videos of multiple higher ups having sex in Mullins' chambers, implied both Judge Mullins and Deputy Fields were in on a long-standing racket in which multiple women were coerced for sex. I've seen Judge Mullins having sex with the girl in the judge's chambers, Atkin told police in the interview, adding that the then Deputy Fields does have some videotapes of some stuff in the judge's chambers just with girls and sexual stuff. It's like they were running a brothel out of the courtroom. Atkins' attorney, Ned, told News Nation. It's unclear whether the alleged sextortion scheme had anything to do with the execution style slaying, in which security footage shows Stein stepping into Mullin's office and unloading 8 rounds into his old pal at point blank range. But authorities have suggested it was being investigated as a possible sex scandal. So before the shooting, were there things that were going to be uncovered? Little Pinto, you are not lying. Like, lots of corruption in small towns in Kentucky. A lot of corruption in small towns. People tend to get away with a lot of shit in small towns. I don't know what it is, especially with the school systems and teachers, allegedly. Says Falling Star. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is just off. You're right, Cheeks, in every nook and cranny. Thank you, Grandma, for telling them to hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, just got here. Did I miss a lot? We just started, Donnie D. Shout out to you. Dad found out about the daughter, and I believe dad cop knew and enabled it until daughter got pulled in. I think the sheriff had just come from his deposition and confronted him, says J Beans. Okay. How are you, Joe? Okay, so J Beans, this is interesting that you say this. I mean, clearly there's a lot more going on in this little small town that needs to be investigated, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, after he surrendered to officers, Stein told police they're trying to kidnap my wife and my kid. So when I first heard this, I thought maybe Stein had like a mental health break or something, and then he just kind of maybe something happening with him and the judge, right? Like him being a sheriff, that kind of thing. That was like my initial reaction. But then there was rumors that this involved the sheriff's daughter, and then that kind of, I don't know, threw me off. You said if a judge can't have in his chambers, then where a sleazy motel. Eat more pizza. For that comment, I'm gonna need you to hit that like button, okay? Because that is too much. I mean, come on now. The lawyer said that goes way deep. Yes. Where there's money, there's corruption, says James Steele. I agree. I agree. I know. Her judge was doing freaky things. I mean, that's what I heard too. But I mean, are they freaky consensual things with consenting adults and not under coercion? Because honestly, I don't care. Like, if the judge is into some whatever, that's not what this is about. But if he's like using his position of power to try to get people to have sex and do different things and then promising, I don't know, different things, then, clearly there's a problem here and he should have been investigated. And I'm pretty sure if that's the case, it is not the first time that it's been said. Typically, things like this, it's not like they just found out that this judge is corrupt. All right. He's dead now, but it's not like they just found out. They need to do an investigation. And they're going to find that there were other people that knew what was going on. You know what I mean? Like, none of this shit is just like that. Well, and that's a good point. Like, is it really in his chambers where there's cameras? Well, does every judge have cameras in their chambers? Because when I was at the court, I don't remember. There might have been cameras, but there was probably no audio. How are you, Ingrid? There was probably no audio. I don't remember. Does every chambers have cameras? Now, Stein, who shot the judge, clearly did not give a shit if there was cameras in there or not. So that's a good point. There initially wasn't cameras in the chambers after Fields' deal cameras went in, says J Beans. Okay, J Beans. That's interesting. I might have to do a deep dive on this and do a separate video. Joe, and you know what, Joe? This is the best advice that I can give everybody. I have been when I was working in government, you know how many young people would, like, younger than me, would intern, right? And I used to supervise them. This supervise a lot of people. And this is the best advice that I could give anybody, especially people that are coming in. Like, if you're barely coming in and working in government, don't shit where you eat. I know people, like, there are relationships that happen and stuff like that, but in any work environment, if you like where you eat, don't shit where you eat. Okay? Because if you shit where you eat, expect to get shit all over the place. All right? So that is the best advice that you can give anybody. Thank you. That's right, Sandy. That's right. Hola, how are you, Froggy? Okay. It's gonna be swept under the rug because they investigated each other, cops investigated cops. I know, right? They're like, well, we're independent investigators. Really? But you're a cop too? Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. And I mean, they do have, what is it, independent monitors and offices like that. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. We see Wim is awake, y'all. Shout out to Wim. Wim woke up. Okay, guys, we got to get into the other news. So you know what? I might do a deep dive on this. Because there's certain parts that I have a lot of questions about. Maybe I don't know. I have a lot of questions and I want some answers too. I want to get to this news. So I woke up this morning to the shooter news. And I'm so confused because the way the news is being written, it's almost like, do they know who the assailant is? I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but literally, I have a lot of questions about this. Like, do they know who shot Brian Thompson? Because, first of all, this ain't no expert shooter. If you think about it, this is not it can't be a professional. His gun jammed. Okay, his gun jammed. And then he leaves his backpack. And now he's not in New York City. I don't know, y'all. United Healthcare. Hold up, let me pull this article. Does he want to be found? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like to me that this guy wants to be found, and now the reward has been offered up to $50,000. Is it just me? They said they have found the gun, didn't jam. What's the type of gun? Didn't they say that it jammed when he shot, though? J Beans, let me know. They know. I think they know who the guy is. What, Cheeks? The man whose face is going around is not the same guy as the picture put out by the shooter? Yo, this is becoming a cluster AF. It really is. Wheezy, put that in capital letters. We all know that coincidences are ridiculous. In a situation like this, you ain't never lie. This is not making sense. Okay, he double tapped. All right, now let me go up on the comments, y'all, because I think I missed some of them. Um, please do. Very interesting. It's a mystery that they still on the bench. Okay, hold up, y'all. I don't think so. I think they got a bad facial recognition. Okay, so do we not have the right face? It's at 50 right now, Betty. What do y'all think? Well, he got a silencer. No notification. I should pull up a comparison of the photos. Okay, so let's do that. Are they saying it's not the same person? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm cussing, but I do have to wonder. Okay, so are they saying that this guy is not who and who? Two coats, two faces. Hey, that Ellen. Yeah, he had a silencer. Ain't the same guy, although he looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. The backpack? Lord have mercy. How do they make this mistake, though? I don't get it. I don't know, y'all. Are you guys sure? Because the backpack is like silver, but here he's not even wearing a backpack. The backpack is black. Oh my God. Hold up. What in the Where's Walder situation? Like, well, what am I looking at? Hold up. Hold up. The backpack is white. I remember the backpack. It's a very distinct backpack. And now here, look. That looks like him. That would be him. But then there's this guy right here, and his backpack is black, not silver. Unless it's two different backpacks. What is going on? Maybe 2 different days? I thought the way they put this out here was that it was the same day. They sold like he had went to Starbucks or some shit like that, and then he went to the shooting. Is it 2 different guys? James, my chat is amazing. We have some amazing people in here. Shout out to everybody. Wendy, I feel like they're playing with our mind. What is this? Maybe he did. Maybe he did, Alexis. Maybe he did like switch the backpack. This shit don't make no sense, you guys. So are we looking at 2 different people? Hostile different day? Rita, but like, oh my God, are they gonna catch this guy or not? I think they're messing with us. Like, this is so weird. Nose, even Steeler Princess says the nose is not the same. Hold up. Yo, and I don't want to get on like some crazy ass conspiracy theory, but like when I saw this picture, I said, you have got to be kidding me. This guy is straight up smiling. Like, what kind of psycho smiles on the day that he decides to shoot somebody? And this is the part that I said, there's no way that this guy is a professional because he wouldn't have left this many clues out here. No way. But what if it's not even this guy? What if it's not this guy who did the shooting? What if they have it all wrong? Because to me, that guy don't even look like the other guy. Look. Maybe he changed clothes. Look at this guy. Green jacket. At least it looks green to me. Black jacket. He got a little scarf thing going on. Okay. No backpack in this picture. This one, he's wearing the silver backpack. And then, hold up, Linda. And then in this one, he's got the black backpack. So did he just switch up the fucking clothes? Wim said it's a shapeshifter. Somebody said that. And I thought y'all were joking when you said that. The hitman smiles. I'm like, are you sure he's a professional? Mm-mm. But then it looks different. But I feel like they're playing games on us. What is this all about? Did they think like are we being gaslit? What is going on? Hold up. Let me see if I can tell y'all what everybody's saying over here. So, oh my God. Like, this is so off. And I have to be careful because I can't even like show the video. My other video got taken down. See, so when they post this picture, they said it was this guy. Okay? This guy. But the pictures that they showed, they're different pictures. They're not the same pictures. They can't be the same pictures. It's so weird that they would do that. And people are saying this is not a top tier assassin, that there's no way that he could have been a top tier assassin, not a top tier assassin, United Healthcare shooter, lowered mask to flirt with hostile worker. So, but that don't even look, that is a different jacket. The other jacket was like black. His backpack was silver. You think he probably changed his outfit? Maybe. Well, guess what? So now the FBI is offering a lot of monies. FBI offered $50,000 for information United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson slaying. So the Minnesota executive was gunned down in Manhattan on Wednesday, and police are still searching for the suspect. So the FBI has said it's offering $50,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the gunman who fatally shot the CEO. Okay, so and then he had the cryptic, little voice thingy, or not voice thingy, I'm sorry, the message on the casing. It just makes no sense whatsoever. What pictures are being put out there? Why aren't they the accurate pictures? You said I heard a theory that the CEO may have had himself targeted. You know what, Susie Q? I heard that he had himself targeted too. Yo, that he basically put a hit out on himself. Why though? Why? Because he didn't have a bodyguard. I guess he's supposed to have a bodyguard because he's a CEO. I don't know. He kept a low profile. Okay. Um, but I heard, Susie, you're not the only person that's heard this. I heard this too. CNN was saying that. It's by an ex-police detective. Well, that is the $1,000,000 question. Is it possible that he was being investigated? I heard that he was being investigated. They were being investigated, actually. That makes sense to me. I mean, I don't know. Really? Tu mama? If he ordered his own murder, his family would get his insurance. If he committed suicide, they would not. Girl. Thank you, Linda G. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy holidays to you, love. Hey, Pika. How are you, love? Um, Pika, what do you think about this? Pika, I'm curious to know what you think about this. Because people are saying that he ordered his own hit. Who would have benefited? Sylvia. Shout out to Sylvia. Um, I need to know what y'all think about that though. Why would he target why he was targeted is not a mystery. Nothing else about this case makes sense. Do you guys think that he put a hit out on it himself? And Joe just made an interesting point. He's like, if he commits suicide, nobody gets the insurance money. But if he puts out a hit on himself, that's different. And then why are we being given different pictures of this assailant? You said this is a hot mess. I'm gonna say this. I would understand if somebody targeted him because of a lost loved one and treatment that were denied. Thank you, Stephen. Right, X4. Like this guy had a salary of 10.2 million per year. We were talking about that. That's what they said. They found his backpack too, Sylvia. This don't make no sense though, guys. But why are we so we were talking about the shooter, right? For those that are coming in. And we were doing picture comparisons. And we were talking about how, like, let me show y'all. We said this makes no sense that the pictures look different. And it was very simple. So they told us this was what, a day ago, 2 days ago? This guy, right? This is what they said he looked like. Pay attention. He is wearing like a green, I don't know, caca jacket. Green caca jacket. That's a color now. He's wearing like a green jacket, right? You could see that he's smiling it up. But then and notice the picture. And then there's this picture, and this he's wearing the same jacket, but the backpack is black. Okay? Well, in these pictures, they look different. He's wearing a black jacket. It looks like or gray or black or dark, whatever, with a silver, white, gray backpack. Why? Why is it like that? Yeah, like an olive green. Y'all know what I meant, Donnie. Don't clown on me. Um, something is off about this. And then Wim was like, "What's a shapeshifter?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know, man. And I hope I don't know, y'all. I'm not trying to go there because I'm not even well versed in shapeshifters or anything like that. But this don't make no sense." That's right, Didi. Thank you, Didi. I got the ears, by the way. My middle child stole them and wanted to wear them to school. So shout out to you, Didi. They found the water bottle, the phone, and now the backpack. He came in by Greyhound bus from Atlanta. Well, let's look into that. So is it possible that he just changed clothes? Is it possible that he just changed clothes? Now, Sylvia, when you say that he found the backpack, what color was the backpack? Steeler, I know he does look like Jake Gyllenhaal. I will. Thank you for the $2. Hold up. Jake. I'm sure Jake Gyllenhaal is not happy about this. I'm just gonna say that. He's probably like, y'all leave me alone. Okay. Look at he gives Jake Gyllenhaal. Look, this is Jake Gyllenhaal smiling. He does look like Jake Gyllenhaal. But I'm sure Jake is not very happy about being that comparison. Thank you, love, for the $2. So is it possible that he changed clothes? Okay, so let's look at the backpack. I'm kind of wondering. NYPD received hundreds of tips about the backpack worn by the gunman who killed the United Healthcare Brian Thompson, CEO. The brand CEO said he'd do whatever is possible to help. Okay, I don't want to subscribe to anything. Reject. I don't want your cookies. Yo, I don't want your cookies. Okay. Here we go. Let's go to Sky News. They're not making me subscribe to shit. Reject all. Oh my god. See, why are you guys doing this? It's like I have to subscribe to a bullshit of things just to get to the news. Okay, let's go to CNN. Backpack found in Central Park believed to belong to suspect in killing of United Healthcare CEO. Damn, that's a lot of trash out there. So NYPD investigators found a backpack in Central Park. They believe belonged to the suspect of the killing. Okay, now investigators have yet to confirm. Investigators have yet to confirm the origins of the backpack and are taking it to be forensically tested in a lab in Queens. Detective earlier Friday said that they have reasons to believe the person responsible for the shooting has left New York City. So remember I told you guys this morning that the shooter left New York, and I'm like, how do they know that he left if we don't know who the fuck he is? That was my question, is how do we know that he left? Like, did he leave a clue that he was leaving? Rita, thank you for renewing your membership, love. Thank you, thank you. But like, how would you know he left unless you know who he is? I don't. Do we know who we're looking for? You said, Jane, the backpack is expensive, $250. Christy, how are you, love? I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well, love. Shout out to you. This don't make no sense when they say this. Do they know who they're looking for? I don't know, y'all. It doesn't. I know I need to clear my cache. I know. They always wanted these damn cookies. And I mean internet cookies. Sorry, y'all. You said, yeah, I heard the backpack is a peak brand bag and is a minimum of $200. Well, D. Marie, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, how do you know he left New York unless you know who you're looking for? Who are we looking for? Who is it that we're looking for? There's no way. Like, why would you put that out there? I'm so confused by this. Really? YouTube, why do you hate me so much? Who wants to take their expensive backpack to a hit? Sorry, I know it's not funny. No, it's just so like, and then leave it behind. This is why I'm like, does any of this make sense? How do they know that he left New York? Okay, let me keep reading. Maybe there's something here that I don't know about. But this is according to the police commissioner. Detectives earlier Friday said that they have reason to believe the person responsible for the shooting has left New York City. How do you know unless you know who the fuck you're looking for? Because we don't know who we're looking for. With the search for the shooter suspected of killing Brian Thompson now is in its third day, the widespread manhunt is expanding and the officials implore the public beyond the city borders to help them identify the suspect by taking a closer look at the unmasked man in the surveillance images. Okay. So with the search with the search of the shooter suspected of killing Brian Thompson now in its third day, the widespread manhunt is expanding and the officials implore the public. Okay, we read that part. Police consider smiling photo a suspect to be the money shot that may help identify him. The Jake Gyllenhaal shot, because that definitely looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. Police have obtained video of the suspect entering the Port Authority bus station, but not exiting, indicating he left town. Oh, okay. Police have obtained video of the suspect entering the Port Authority bus station, but not exiting, indicating that he left town. So if he didn't exit, he left town. This is how they know that he left. Yeah, like they know that he came out of Central Park, right? By the Greyhound station where they believe he jumped to the bus and left, but he never left the bus. So he must have gotten off somewhere else. So right, D. Marie, like tell them they really don't know. Why, and that's the question is why do these pictures look so much different unless he changed jackets and he changed backpack. He left the backpack. What color was the backpack that he left? There should be cameras on the bus. Gotcha, Annabella. Okay. They said he took a cab. Okay. Huh. So he could have just changed complete outfits, right? Right, like a change of clothes, change of backpack. That makes sense. Or Rena says, but this could be someone totally innocent who is wearing a jacket that is similar. But it can't, Rena, it can't be the same jacket. The shooter had a silver or white backpack with a black, at least it looked like black jacket, right? And like a little thing on the face. This picture, this guy is wearing something completely different. So he could have changed at some point, but they're not telling us that. So we're left to assume this. Yeah, you can't change your face, that's for sure. It could also be two people who are just similar looking. That's right. Oh my God. Okay. Well, authorities believe the suspect may have left New York City on an interstate bus. Key evidence, including the bike the suspect rode and the gun used in the killing, is still missing. The backpack was found in a second sweep of the park Friday evening between some boulders just south of the park carousel, according to the source. Okay. Police in the area of the Central Park where the backpack was discovered secured the area, bagged the pieces of evidence, and sent it unopened to the lab. The law enforcement officials told CNN it will not be open until it reaches the lab. Now, you talk about Central Park, okay? For those that have been in Central Park, how often do people not find people's backpacks in Central Park? Is that a common thing? Do people lose their backpacks everywhere? Sylvia, you said look at Discord? Okay. Did you tag me? Hold up. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sylvia. So, Sylvia, the backpack is the gray backpack. Thank you. So the backpack that they found was gray. It okay. So it's not the white backpack. That's not it. That's not it. I'm looking for the picture. You know what? I could probably Google it. Hold up. Gray backpack. Shooter. Let's see. Images. Nope. Do people find backpacks all the time in Central Park? Is that a thing? I just assumed that that would be a thing. Here it is. Okay. Sylvia, here it is. So this is the backpack that they found. Right? Steven, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to Steven. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe it's a nicer backpack. That was the backpack. And the plot thickens. Central Park is huge. D's like, hey, side note, to all the people out there, this is how you handle evidence, Kenton. You bag everything. You don't put things on solo cups. Or Dixie cups. D, who was that too, D? Come on now, D. That's what I'm saying. What happened to the backpack in the time that it took for the authorities to find it? Who came across it? If you find a backpack in Central Park, chances are it'll be empty. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, people steal mugs, run to Central Park and hide. I'm like, so here it is. Chat, he buried the backpack behind boulders under leaves. They said he may have an area where he was going to ditch it. It's interesting. Gotcha, Gaslit. Hey, Abraham. Oh my gosh. All right. So thank you, Sylvia, for the heads up. So the backpack is silver. Okay. Silver, gray, silver. Hold up. Let me close this out. Which one were we reading? Let's go that one. Y'all, I have like a gazillion tabs open. We don't need Jake Gyllenhaal anymore. So they found the backpack, and then let's see. It says the backpack, along with any physical material found, was removed by the excavator. No officers picked it up because there may be some DNA evidence tied to the backpack or even the dirt on the ground. So they are treating it. I guess they're treating the backpack very carefully and they're bagging it up. So the police in the area of Central Park where the backpack was discovered secured the area, bagged the pieces of evidence. So a spokesperson said that it's still being processed. Now, according to officers, the assailant knew what time the victim was going to be walking by. He knew what hotel this conference was going to be in. Investigators so far have recovered DNA evidence from items found at the scene and have turned it over to the lab for testing. Okay, so DNA evidence has been recovered. That being said, it's very likely if this guy has had any brush with law enforcement, we're going to find out who this is. That's what we're going to find out. I'm assuming. I don't know. Investigators have so far recovered DNA evidence from items found at the scene and have turned it over to the lab for testing. Okay. Samples set for testing are from a water bottle, which police believe the killer purchased and may have sipped from shortly before killing Thompson. See, this is the shit that I'm like, this is not a professional hit then. This is somebody, I just, how do you leave a water bottle just out there? What was that one movie? My God, it's an old movie where a kid was it the Pelican Brief? The kid was drinking soda and then they collected the can as evidence. I'm like, yo, even growing up watching some of these movies, I knew, listen, if they offer you a water bottle or a soda, do not touch the water bottle or soda, okay? Because they're going to collect it for evidence. That's what they're going to do. Let's see. When he went to Starbucks, he got the water bottle and 2 energy bars. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm saying, sister. So a professional would never leave evidence behind. He just wouldn't. There's no way that this was just a hit like that. I don't know. It is very odd that he knew what time, especially in the morning, right? Okay, so samples were sent. Police believe the killer purchased and may have sipped from shortly before killing Thompson and from a cell phone found at the scene. So the people that were asking for the phone, there was a cell phone that was found at the scene, which may contain touch or skin cell DNA. This is not a professional hit. There's no way. If they got DNA, there's no way. They found DNA. But who was it that was asking about the cell phone? Rena, yes. Not the gun. I'm sorry. It wasn't you. It was somebody else about the cell phone. I don't think they recovered the gun. Um It's interesting. Unless the gun was in the backpack. NYPD investigators finished processing the items and turned the samples over to the chief medical examiner's office. The main priority for investigators is identifying the gunman. Okay, we know that. Now, the FBI is actually assisting the NYPD at this point, and they are collecting surveillance video and excavating a smiling surveillance photo depicting a hooded man, a face mask pushed down around his neck may be a key clue leading police to the suspect in the fatal shooting. So he's been traveling around, walking around the streets of New York, largely in a mask with his face covered. And, he can get away with that because it's like winter right now, or, it's cold in New York, right? People wear face covers all the time. People get away with that. We had to go through lots of video evidence to get the money shot with the mask down. Okay, so he lowers his mask and gives a big smile. The little flirtation between the two of them in some good humor way actually yield what is so far the most significant clue of identifying him. Okay, so what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Oh, and then they put this outside of the hostel. You may have noticed the presence of law enforcement and media in the area. Local authorities are currently investigating an incident that occurred several miles down from this property, Midtown Manhattan, December 4th. The well-being of our guests, volunteers, and staff, all those at the property, is our top priority, and our team is cooperating with the authorities who are handling the matters. Thank you for understanding. Okay. And they took his picture out of the leadership as well. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's weird. This whole situation is weird. I don't know, y'all. You said wasn't the Diddler last outing spent at Central Park? Was it? That would be crazy. I think it was, Gordon. I think you're right. Oh my God. This is just, we're talking about New York here. Millions of people every day throw stuff away and move. I'm not buying any of this, is Kim. Y'all think it's the right person? Maybe he changed. I don't trust CNN as well. I struggle with CNN. Thank you, Cheeks. Please tell him to hit that like button. Why would he show his face so easily? That's what makes me think that there is no way that this was a professional hit. Because a professional person wouldn't do that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? Professional or not professional? Let's do a little poll. Hold up, y'all. Poll. Professional hit or not? Like, what if it's just somebody that was, I don't know if that's the right word. What is the right word? What would be a question? You don't think it's the same person? Professional hit or not? I think that's what I'm going to ask the question. Undecided. Let's do an undecided because I'm undecided too. An attempted professional hit? Yeah, gaslight. That's a good word. Well, they can't. That's true, Mama. I mean, it is professional if they can't find him yet. Attempted professional hit or not? That's a good point, though. They still haven't found him. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let's get into this article. As you guys are voting, let me know your thoughts in the comments and hit that like button. You said professional hired by Timu. Yeah, beautiful messy ball. We were saying that. We're saying that they don't make sense what they're saying. We were saying that earlier. Really? I don't know. And don't use the firm 23andMe, says Wim. Wim. You said Diddy had to go back to NY to give the keys back to the city. Oh my God. You said it could be a professional who wasn't expecting the outcry. Maybe the guy just planned this out. Didn't really plan this out. Listen, at this point, I believe it could be more than one person. I mean, could it be more than one person? It seems to me that it would, like make sense. Hold up, y'all. Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to read this. Well, I'm not reading your article. That's what you get. Okay, if I'm having to log in and out all the time out of subscriptions that I buy, I don't want to do that. So I'm canceling you, Rolling Stones. Okay. Hold up. While you guys vote, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay. What is everybody? Let me see. Where's the comments at? No one person, says Tina. Okay. I'm sticking with my theory that it's a guy with a close family member that was denied coverage for a lifetime treatment. Pika, I believe it's that and more. Sylvia, if my question about that too is that if the bullets that were if the words on the bullets were written with permanent marker, I mean, would that impact the wording on the bullets? I like to see what the words look like. Do they have somebody with like handwriting analysis to review that if it was marker? Because then wouldn't that there be DNA with that too? There would be DNA with that as well, no? Like all of that is touch DNA. All of that, the bullets, who touched the bullet, any kind of marker to the bullet, any of that would be touch DNA as well. So I'm like, I wonder about this. You said it was Rose says this was a no pro. Well, permanent marker, wouldn't that impact the bullet too when it's shot? I don't know. You'll eat crow. Shout out to you. I like eating crow every once in a while when I have to. And there were 3 words. All those 3 words fit in one bullet? That's what I'm saying, Betty. You said, I think he's ex-military, and I think he lost somebody due to the policies. Even though the gun jammed twice, he still knew how to fix it right away. That's a good point, me and you. Wouldn't DNA be like old news considering face recognition? It's a good point. Y'all think we're gonna that would be a good question to ask you guys is, do you guys think we're gonna identify this guy? Hold up, let me do another poll. Oh, but I gotta end this one. All right, so the professional attempt, yes or no, and I got 78 votes. You guys are kind of split. 32% said yes, 35% said no, 33% are undecided. All right, let me start another one. Poll. Will shooter be caught? Face recognition is accurate. Go vote. And there is no undecided. Will shooter be caught? Excuse me. Steven says he'll be caught before the new year. His clock is ticking. The real sassafras, mass face, and 3D print gun. Eventually, LOL, says to Mama. Okay. Look at this. I'm all right. Now, this is an interesting poll. Will shooter be caught? 59%, 58%, 60% said yes, 40% said no. Now, Steven said by the end of the year, he's going to be caught. He's got how many weeks? What, 2.5 weeks? 2.5 weeks. Oh, wow. You think he'll off himself, Roxy says, before he's caught? Maybe. Okay. We have to move on to, while you guys are voting and deciding, let's move on to this. How is everybody feeling about the news that dropped yesterday about the real Jane Doe being Anna Kane? And you know Anna Kane, right now everybody's looking into Anna Kane. They're trying to figure out every little nook and cranny about Anna Kane and her life. They're trying to figure out, is she really I don't know how you can figure this out and think it's okay to figure that out. I mean, clearly Anna Kane was a child when this happened to her. And this is her story. Look at all these damn ads. And this is her story, right? How's everybody feeling? Let me know. What do y'all think? So Anna Kane, Diddy's accuser, identified as Evander Kane's ex-wife, Anna, claims she was assaulted as a teenager. Now, again, for those that don't know what is happening or what happened, this is a story that we talked about yesterday, last night. I went live and I was live for a little over an hour. And we talked about the fact that, so back in December of last year, there was a Jane Doe who filed a lawsuit against Diddy. This was before the raids. This was before Diddy's arrest. Clearly, this was last year, December 2023. Okay. She files this lawsuit and she puts in these pictures in this lawsuit of when she was 17. She's a Canadian woman. All right. She was 17 and in the 11th grade, and she was assaulted by Sean Diddy Combs and Harve Pierre at the time of, when this happened. She was very young. Okay. Very much traumatic. And so what has happened, and I'm more and more convinced about this now. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. People online were using John Doe and Jane Doe's. Hold up. Let me figure out how to say this, because it took me a minute, and I think that this makes sense now. And I saw a video from another creator that I think completely makes sense. There was a group of women that felt that this would be an opportunity for a bit of a Diddy scam. Okay. Align yourself with a creator and say that you are the Jane Doe and John Doe without even expecting that these Jane Doe and John Does would be outed at some point. Because, like I said yesterday, and BJ said it at Popcorn Planet too, and I thought this is a good point. Busby, the law firm, he's being made to disclose some of these John Doe and Jane Does in order for them to follow through with lawsuits. Okay. Now, I'm sorry for those that still believe the Misha and Adrian, they lied. Okay. And I accepted that when I first talked about it. And I said, y'all, they're different women. They're not the same. There's no way. It doesn't make sense. Especially Misha's story. And we talked about that yesterday and we broke it down. Okay. My hope is that both women get help, because you would have to be really ill to come online and make up a story and usurp a person's story like that. It's not okay. Now, there was another creator here, shout out to them, big channel too, who basically laid out the theory that this was a Diddy scam. I was like, what the fuck is a Diddy scam? Shout out to Vicky who sent me the link. Vicky said that, not Vicky, I'm sorry. The creator basically said that what they did was they found an opportunity for things to be profitable. Because one thing that did not make sense is, why would Lionel B need to be somebody's manager? Why would you need to manage a victim's story? What is that all about? I didn't understand that shit, right? Like, why are you needing to manage? It's a victim story, right? Natanya doesn't need a manager. Why do people need to be managed? I'm so confused by that, right? So when I keep hearing the whole well, so-and-so is my manager. So-and-so is my manager. I said, oh, okay, that's weird. And then Misha's story is all over the place and all this other stuff. It just doesn't make sense. It's one thing to try to protect a person because you feel for that person and you feel like, oh, um, I feel some type of way, like I want to protect them. But what does it mean to manage a person? It felt like a middle person. So was Lionel B taking a cut from whatever stories Misha and Adria were pushing in other platforms? And were they charging to tell their stories too? I'm confused. What's understood doesn't have to be explained, right? Night Charm, but this has to be explained like 20 million different times. That's the shit. It's like this. Mm-mm. Keisha said managing them to go to interviews? Do they not have an email? Can they not like discern where to go and talk? If they have a lawyer. But he's been this has been exposed, like this exposed a whole different thing. This was not a good look, but hey, even if they were some sort of victim, they victimized another victim. Oh my God, Valerie, thank you for saying this. I could see Diddy having a hand in this, even if he saw an opportunity after the fact and use it to get Jane Doe's name. I personally don't think, and I said it before, I said it on my other video, I don't think that Lionel is working with anybody specifically. I think that they saw an opportunity to griff from a situation. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it how I see it. I said it before and people were very upset with me. I even had messages yesterday. Oh, I am unsubscribing. Okay, it's not an airport. Get the fuck out. Like, it's cool. You don't have to agree with me, but that's my opinion. And y'all in the chat are entitled to your opinion. Literally had somebody who said to me, just because she's not the Jane Doe in the picture doesn't mean that she is not a Jane Doe. I'm like, okay. Well, to me, she is not a Jane. She's not a Diddy victim. Okay. She's not. But literally had a lot of people come into me and say, well, I'm going to, here it is. Somebody's message. She said, even if it's not Misha, doesn't mean her story isn't true. You're crazy to think only one girl has the same story as the lawsuit. This happened to many. Unsubscribing for not supporting Diddy victims. We're not supporting Diddy victims now? Why? Because I question Misha's story and other stories. Now we're not. I support Anna Kane. She's a Diddy victim. And then she says, I hope you eat your words. You're perpetuating misinformation just as much. Doesn't mean she lied, but maybe misremembered as a shirt. We all know they had them on drugs. Shame on you all who think Misha's lying about her story. I said, I'm telling you. That's an example of just the backlash that I was getting. That's the Victoria, say it louder. Some people don't get it. And that's okay. Like, you guys, it's okay. Maybe I didn't word that right. I mean, if it's the truth, then don't need a manager to manage the story. I'm definitely with Anna. Misha is a liar. And that's okay. And honestly, a lot of this is on Lionel B too. Like, why would you bring these women in your platform, or at least Misha? He said this was the interview of the year. I said this yesterday. I said I had never seen nobody get debunked in 1 week this way. That was I've never seen anybody be debunked in 1 week that way. You literally did your video. It was 8-9 minutes long. We're going to get investigators to investigate this more, and then bam, debunk by Friday. Get the fuck out of here. I could not believe it. Exactly, Ira Rabbit. Please tell them. Please tell them. And some of you guys may still believe that Misha is right. That's fine. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. All right? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Stevie says, it's my opinion as a drug and addiction specialist. Shout out to you. Shout out to all my drug and addiction specialists. Seems that Adria is used to scamming to survive, regardless of her past and employment with Diddy. Trying to get by. That's what it seems like, Steven, honestly. And You know, I was a social worker. I'm a social worker, y'all. I mean, I work with a lot of people, and like I said, people that I like will lie to you for self-preservation, for addiction reasons, to get by. I mean, I've had addiction in my own family, and people lie to me, have lied to me to get by. That does happen. You know what I mean? So you're right. Like maybe there's more to this that we don't even know. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't understand what the fuck is a manager. Why would a content creator be a manager for other victims? For other Diddy victims? Yes, they were. And some people are still in my comments saying that the lady, that Anna, the Jane Doe, is a black woman. I'm like, maybe she got a tan. I don't know. The hate is real. That's right. That's right. So I'm gonna stand on what I said. I don't want to perpetuate things, you know. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I said it on the first time that I said it. Again, this is Anna's story. Anna is the victim of the DNG girl. Now, the girl on the table, that was not Misha. That woman, I believe, is an Asian woman. Is a different woman. So, well, Adria did say she was hired entertainment. That's true. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But people are gonna believe it and they're gonna support her. You know, shout out to them. Even with evidence, they still believe Misha and not Anna. Yeah, they do. But this is like the equivalent of having egg on your face, literally. There's nothing more to it, y'all. There's nothing more to it. I don't know what else to say, but we will continue to report and talk as we per usual do. We don't need to perpetuate craziness, you know? And shout out to everybody. Thank you, Wendy. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody. And again, like I have a lot of empathy, believe it or not, for Misha. I still do. I still feel like she has a story to tell. But I'll say it again, I don't think she is a Diddy victim. I don't. And I think that people will do different things to seek attention, to crawl out of the things that they want to crawl out of, you know, whatever the situation may be. And for somebody to have taken it this far, definitely needs a lot of support. That's what I'm gonna say about that. And I hope that she does. I hope she doesn't find herself in situations where she is sued. Because she could get in trouble. I'm just saying. If I am Anna, I'd be upset. Who pooped on the stage? Misha, Froggy. I don't know. What do you believe from that story? Then she said she was like the one thing that really got to me, and I said it yesterday too. I was like, that whole Cassie had money on her suitcase thing, that shit was not cool. I didn't like that. Then she said she defecated, pooped in the on the stage, and Denzel Washington was there. Or Pete. I don't know. Y'all keeping up with this? And somebody saw it? You know, for the elite to have these kind of parties, what the hell is that all about? Like, hmm? Is that real? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm a y'all, and then the babies, and then she also killed babies too. She said that she pooped on the stage. She did. That's what she said. I remember that. And I'm like, wait a minute. These were the parties that you were going to? Okay. All right. But what she said, what did we are not part of that club. We weren't part of the elite club, so we don't know what happened. I don't know. I can't keep up with it as well, Russ. I can't. Mm-mm. I think a lot of it was made up. But Joggies, people are sending her money. All right, then some people support that. I'm not going to support that at all. So you know, it is what it is. All right. All right, guys, I have to head out, but y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments of all these topics that we have talked about. I want to do a deep dive definitely on the judge Kevin Mullin. I want to know what was the deal with that. But I'll let you guys know. Shout out to you guys. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I might do an uploaded video because I have to follow up on another video. But I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, guys. Bye, bye.